Hey everyone, so far we are done with the text scanning, barcode scanning and the label scanner. In this video we will see how we can detect the faces. As I told you previously, the code is pretty straightforward. Only thing is you need to change the decoders. So let me create a function to detect the face. So let me name it as detect face, and which is an async. And here the same thing, you have to import the Firebase vision image, and I'll create an instance as my image. Firebase vision image dot from file. Okay, next we need to create a face detector, and I'm just creating an instance as face detector, and I'll create Firebase vision dot instant dot face detector. Next, create a list, so it is face and an instance of faces, and here we have to call an await and face detector dot process image. So in this you have to pass my image. Okay. So you have to define one list over here, which is nothing but a rectangle. So let me write it as a rect. It's equals to u list rect. Okay, so we have created over here, and you have to call this. Okay, you have to create if rect dot length, so which is greater than 0. So we have to create a new rect here, u list of the rect. Okay, next for, so you have called face in faces. So you have to add rectangle dot add to face dot what we are doing here is detecting your face. To that face we are just adding one bounding box over here. So let me add this bounding box. So let's create a custom painter for this image to add a rectangle on the face detection. So let's add it by creating a new class, which is nothing but a custom painter class. Let me create this over here, which is class face painter, which extends custom painter. And let me create a list here, which is a rect var image file. Let's go here and import dot async, and along with this let me add if you remember, in our previous we have created one image file, but we have not used it anyway. So let's create let's add this so let's add to this image file, we'll add some bytes to this, and we'll decode an image from the list. So to do that, go to your image gallery. This is the image gallery when you're picking, right? So go there and just add your image file is equals to await temp store dot read as bytes. Next, image file is equals to await, and just add decode image from list, and this is just pass your image file, and after this just pass your image file over here, just add it. And along with this we need to create one more boolean here to detect the face, is face detector. Initially I'll write it as false. So what this will do, so I created is face detected as false initially, and what I'm going to do is so after this what I'll do is face detected is equals to false. So you're done with this. The next thing is inside container. So you're done with creating this, and the main important thing, you have to create this one, the face painter class. You have to define the face painter class. Let's go here, var image. Next, for face painter you have to create a constructor, face painter the rate required is not right. At the same time, this is required this dot image file. Okay, and after this, that's all right. Void paint, just creating a function, just override paint and a canvas, and size as size, and again inside if image file not equals to null, so you have to write canvas dot draw image. Here you have to pass the image file and as well as offset to 0 and as well as paint. So you have to define a rectangle and rect. Canvas dot draw rect. So inside you have to pass a rectangle and as well as paint. Okay, so we have defined this rectangle and as well as paint over here, and inside the paint and inside paint, so you have to mix the paint color is equals to color stone teal. So I'm just adding a teal color, and next we have to define a stroke width is equals to 6.0 and style painting style dot stroke. Okay, so you're done. So you're done with this. And what is this warning? Create one message. All right. Okay, this is done. So we are done with face painter. We are done with the creating a custom painter over here. So what this will do, it will detect the face and will add a bounding box on the detected face. So for that we have created this functionality over here. So next we are done with this. Next what we need to do, so we need to change a small logic over here. Here inside of the body property, so when after detecting the face, so in your floating action we have passed the detect face functionality, and inside of the body property what we need to do is, so at initially you have to change your small logic over here. Go here we are checking is image loaded, but right now when we are detecting the face we have one more boolean which is face detection. So that's also you have to specify over here, because we are creating the same container in both the cases. We are not creating a separate thing. To do it for both the cases, what we are doing is image loaded or is face not detected. It's not equal to face detected. So in this case what will happen, so initially if image is loaded, like getting an image from the gallery is there and which is not a face detection, so at that time this will work. And after this And after this, before this container, again you have to check one more ternary operator: is image loaded and is face detected. So in this case, so you have something called sent. So we are defining for the image detection, and if it is false, this container is the default thing that runs everything. But if the face got detected here, now we are changing the functionality here. So let's create a child property here and container, and again inside a container, and again inside a container. So we create a child and a fitted box, and again inside the fitted box I'll create a sized box. So again inside a sized box, and inside I'll specify the width, so which I'll get it from the image file, width dot to double comma height. This is also okay. So next I'll specify the child property. This child property I'll just add it to the custom paint. That's what we have created in the class. So inside this I have a property called painter. So in this I have a face painter. So to this face painter I'll pass the rectangle and as well as the image file. Currently I have picked for my image picker, and we are passed over here. So what this will happen, so when you select the example, if your feature is not a face detection, so what this will do, it will come here and it will check initially if the image is loaded and it is not a face detection, then your image will load as per this as per this container. Your image, as per this container, your image will load. If image is loaded and as well as the face is detected, then this particular container will create and it will add a face. If it is false, means when we are not selecting anything on the gallery, and means first time when you tap on particular feature and you come here, so initially this will run this container over here. So now we are done with setting up everything. Let's detect the face. So we are done with everything, and what we are doing over here, so we are currently we have an image file that we have created here, that we have added the data from our pick image from your gallery, and this adds the data to your image file. So now we have the image file width and height that adds a bounding base box on your face. So let's see how this functionality works. So now we'll see how we'll detect the face. So let me click this. You can see this face was detected, and we have supplied a teal color with some stroke over here. So let's try it for some different image. So let me take this image and we'll apply functionality here. You can see the face got detected. It's having a multiple faces. It will detect all the multiple faces. Let's go and select any image which is having a multiple faces. You can see here there are 5 images. Let's try this. If you see, there are 5 face detections. There are 5 face detections, not 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. There are totally 6 faces were detected on this image. So in like this way you can detect the faces using a AMLkit SDK. From previous videos, if you see, and we have created functionality individually for each and every feature of this ML SDK. So let's combine everything together and we'll write a more specific code. Like example, if you select any of the image, so the text scanner, the barcode scanner, whatever it is, but if you see the functionality for this button is currently a detect face, so we don't want this. So it depends on the feature that we selected on our list view, so this will automatically needs to convert. So for that, let's add a small functionality over here. So I'll add a small functionality to make the code to make our code more specific. So we have a totally 4 different functionalities, so totally 5 different functionalities. One for picking the image, and the other one is for text reading, barcode, label scanner, and I will detect the faces. And here, let me create a new functionality over here. Detect ML feature. So I'll add a class as ML feature. In here, I'll create a small. I'll just get a. Here I'll create a selected feature as a string. And here I'll write on switch case. So inside the switch case, I'll pass selected feature. So total I have 4 cases, which is a text scanner, barcode scanner, label scanner, face detection. So totally I have 4 cases I have created over here. So we have 4 different functionalities. So let me add those 4 here. The first one is a read text from an image. In my first case, I'll add this. Then I'll add a break. And for the barcode scanner, and I have this functionality, which is a decode bar. And for the label scanner, I have this function. And finally, for the face detection, I'll take this functionality. Okay. Okay. So next, what we need to do is go to your floating action button. So go to your floating action button over here. Go here. Go to your floating action button. So here, remove this and call detect ML feature. Here, so if you remember this selected item, this will currently get the argument that you selected from your previous list. So go here, and inside this, just add the string over here. And in on pressed, let me add this. Just passing. Okay. Now, depends upon what feature you selected, it will automatically performs an operation based on its feature. So let's change anything is required over here. Let's add the result. So okay, detection phases, this is not required. Only thing what we'll do is just add this. That's all, we are done. Let's see the functionality now. First, text scanner, go here, pick the image and click. Okay, we are done. Next, barcode scanning, go here, select a barcode and click yes. Next, third, go to the label scanner, select any image, like select an image which is related to the label scanner. Perfect. And finally, face detection, select any one image. Perfect. So this is how the ML kit works. This is a simple application that I was created, and I have shared the entire project and I have shared the project link in the description. You can grab the code, and if you have any questions on this, just post your comments. I'm sure I'll reply to your comments. Hi, if you don't want to miss my upcoming videos on this Flutter tutorial, I request you to please subscribe. If you do really like this course, please comment, like and share.